Hello Pisces and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. Too many cards in there. Okay, this is your mid-month reading for February, which means we're moving from Aquarius season into your season. So happy birthday to all you beautiful Pisceans who are having a birthday this month. So yeah, very excited. We will look at you lovely March Pisceans in the March readings, but let's see what's coming through for you. So hopefully some birthday blessings. Oh, I love it. Okay, the World. This is one of my favorite cards. It is so beautiful. And look, it's about the fulfillment and celebration. Look at that lovely whale just diving deep into the water and going, you know what, this feels so good. This feels so right. The sun is shining. I'm just ready to dive deep here into the ocean. And it's just perfect for you, Pisces. It's a really beautiful ending, energy, I was going to say. But it's celebrating that perhaps there is something that you've moved through emotionally that has ended and that now you're on the other side of it. You can start celebrating and getting all the good stuff, all the fulfillment that's coming in. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you, Pisces. And I'm very excited to let you know that I've started up a Patreon community. And yeah, seeing this as a second channel, it's adding a whole heap of extra premium content, things like tutorials, meditations, astrology updates, access to all the extended readings. I keep forgetting what's all in there. There's just a lot of stuff. Discounts on personal readings. So there's a lot in there. And if you sign up in the first 2 weeks, you receive a free 10-minute reading. So yeah, check that out in the link below. But we've got Pentacle 2 Saturn Capricorn. You know, Saturn is at the 29th degree of Aquarius. It is about to move into your sign in March. So yeah, I feel like you might be starting to feel this, what's shifting and changing. And it's a little bit like, enjoy this beautiful whale energy. This is a really beautiful energy to come through. But this is a little bit where Saturn is asking you to start building anew. And it's kind of saying, you know, we're putting in some new structures here, maybe some new boundaries, and that there's some new things that there's wanting to bring in, but it's potentially going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of work, a little bit of effort, and a little bit of discipline. So it's kind of like, okay, I feel like there's new things that are starting that you're building here that have got a longer term energy to it. So it's not necessarily, it just feels a lot more serious. Like the joy of the whale going through the water is like, this feels so good. It's so beautiful. And then the Saturnian energy can be a little bit like, okay, when the kids are all having heaps of fun and the teacher comes in and says, stop being silly, go back into the classroom kind of thing. And it's good because it's saying, well, once there's something new to learn, something new to achieve, and so you can use it positively. It really is there's great rewards and benefits to this Saturnian energy, but there's something new that I feel like you're kind of getting a sense that you're finishing something old up and new boundaries are potentially being put in place, or new structures, or you're being asked to work or take responsibility for something in your life. And it's very early days, but it's kind of a little bit more of it, like I said, a serious energy that you might feel coming in that's just a bit different to how you normally. And I mean, Saturn hasn't been in your sign for 28, 30 years. I think it was 1993 and 1995, 94, 95-ish. So if you were around then, go back and think about what was going on in your life back then. And that's going to be not exactly the same, but there might be similar kind of themes around that. I mean, different planets, different energy, different time now. But yeah, it might be. Yeah, it depends on what house of astrology Saturn's in at this moment. The 10 of Pentacles, again, it's about achievement, but ending of the cycle with the 10 of Pentacles, crossed by the 2 of Swords. And it's like, yeah, you're ready to move on, but it doesn't feel like it's fully transitioned yet. But you're still celebrating here with the 3 of Cups. So the path ahead might not necessarily be clear. It's just a sense of, you know, it all feels quite new. The 2 of Wands, okay, so the new path has come in. There's this overlapping timeline of something ending and then we're at the 2 kind of thing. And the 9 of Swords, you might just go, what's happening here? The 4 of Pentacles, again, more Capricorn energy coming through. The Queen of Swords, so you might be getting a bit more serious about something. The 8 of, or someone, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands. Okay, so it's just going to be, again, the Devil, more Capricorn. There's a period of getting really just having to get used to having Saturn in your sign. Absolutely. That's something that's coming through. I think it's a period of adjustment. You've got the Tower, okay? It's a period of adjustment. So it might be just like, whoa, okay. But it feels like it's kind of good in a way because there's new things coming towards you with the Tower energy. That get ready for things to change for a start with the Tower as the main energy that's coming in. Something's changing, but Tower shows you where you've outgrown an energy, where you've outgrown something and where something no longer fits and is right for you anymore. And whilst we've got celebration, fulfillment, celebration of the world card, and you've also got celebration here at the base, there is a sense of celebrating that there has been like an ending or an achievement, or you've attained something that you've been searching for, and it could feel quite tangible. Again, it's like, okay, there's something new beginning. And so it's crossed by the Six of Swords, which is been able to move on from it. Like I haven't been able to move on from the ending quite yet, or from this old cycle. And that is because Saturn is moving into your sign, yes, but we're going to have Pluto kind of going back and forth from Capricorn into Aquarius over the next 2 years. So it's going to feel like, oh, something's ending and something's beginning, but then we're going back over it because it goes into retrograde, and then it starts again, and then we go back over it again. And this is kind of a slowly moving energy. So there's bigger themes happening at this moment in time for you. So in your conscious mind, you've got the Hermit, which is very wise. It feels like there's been a long passage of time. This is like a grandfather energy. So you've been in this cycle for a long time. You've gained a lot of wisdom but the Hermit is kind of, like I said, a wise energy, trusting the messages of your body. But it's a Virgo energy. It could be like a deep questioning, a deep analysis, like what's actually happening here. A lot of earth is coming in for you. So get ready for this kind of earth energy, to earthy type energy. So the Hermit, it's like the Hermit's searching for the path ahead. And it's like, I'm not entirely sure where it's going. I feel like something's ending and something new's beginning. Deep down, I've got celebration because I really feel like I'm celebrating the end of an old cycle, and it could have been leaving some very old toxic energy behind. And we do see in the recent past the Two of Wands, the new path has already come in, or something new's already activated. And it kind of feels like this is right for you with the Tower, or the Tower showing you that this change is right for you in some way, shape or form. But you've got inside your mind the Nine of Swords. There just might be too much happening at once that you're processing. You have to process here with the Nine of Swords. So I think it's just, meditation or anything like that could be really great for this kind of energy. With the Nine of Swords, it's just you're processing a lot's going through your mind at this moment. So I think give yourself a bit of time. So you're presenting as the Four of Pentacles, which sometimes when it feels like everything's in flux, like when I was tuning into energy, and normally like that's the thing, like you guys would, it was kind of going like this. And I'm like, oh, it's like, the energy was going like that. It feels a bit like everything's in flux a little bit. And I'm like, normally Pisces, that would, work well with you guys. But I think because Saturn's come in and said, okay, we're going to try and create some sort of order, or let's put in some structures with this, and it might feel quite restrictive, that suddenly like, where things were flowing, and then suddenly it's like, okay, someone's come in and built a damn wall, or, built something that's, even though it's a practical thing and might make it work better, it's like, that's not how I'm used to it being. So you're kind of actually presenting as the Four of Pentacles, which is a Capricorn energy, which might just be like you're holding on for fear of letting go, because it's all like, I don't understand this energy. It just feels quite like foreign in a way. Like it's just a different way of working with a person or a situation in your life. But ultimately, if it's happening in your money house, this could actually be really good in that it can help you kind of set up some structures in your life, some good foundations financially that can help you save. So that's something that could come through as well, Pisces. So in your the energy surrounding you, you've got the Queen of Swords. So this is what, being very clear inside your mind. wanting to be very clear inside your mind. So understanding that you're wanting to say yes to something, perhaps, it's kind of interesting with the Queen of Swords, because I feel like there's a lot of uncertainty about the direction here, whereas the Queen of Swords is somebody who's very clear, saying, yes, I'm not scared. I see it clearly. I'm saying yes. And this actually, I can see, perhaps there's a part of you that can see that this is actually positive and this is actually good energy to come in. Or maybe you're seeing other people say yes to it and you're like, But there's still, a conflict inside your mind, I would say, about just processing it. So in your conscious mind, we've got, hopes and fears. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. This is work. So perhaps it's to do with cycles around work, around money with work, or something that you just have spent a lot of work on in your life at this moment in time. It's like, I'm really hoping this is going to work, because it's very new, it feels very different. And with the Tower card, it potentially could have been like quite an unexpected change that came in. And so we've got this energy here of the 9 of Wands and the Devil and the 2 of Swords. This is a lot of like, the 9 of Wands is a little bit suspicious. I've got the Devil by my side here and I'm a little bit hesitant to be working with this energy. So it might even be like a Capricorn around you, but this can be connecting to your ambitions as well. I just feel like it's something that's kind of feeling a little bit uncomfortable, but it's like the universe has brought it to you and you're going, well, the Tower card's brought something to you because it's saying this is right for you and you really have to question it. And so the Devil can represent overcoming fears. It can be overcoming fears, it can be overcoming debt, it can be overcoming toxic or negative cycles as well. That may be something that this is all associated with. And again, it's that Capricorn energy of getting ambitious, building things from the ground up. And, so it just feels like you kind of got a playfellow that you're not necessarily sure about here. But we do have, nonetheless, again, the Knight of Pentacles. The Earth energy is saying it's okay. It's going to be okay. The Knight of Pentacles, go slow with it. It doesn't have to go super, super fast. This new cycle that's coming, the new thing that you feel like Saturn's working with in your life, Saturn is the planet that rules time, and it's saying it's going to take potentially a long time, this new cycle, or it's going to require some time and effort and energy, so that you don't have to rush into it. So the Knight of Pentacles is saying, but this is going to be something that's going to be better for your future, especially financially, or especially to do with your health, or especially to do with like where you're living or your career. So it's kind of like you kind of got to trust an energy that just feels a little bit different to you. But we do have the King of Wands, which is a sense of, at some point, I feel like you're going to step into embracing this and step into leadership. There's a potential for this anyway with the King of Wands. This is like, okay, well, if this is happening, I'm going to kind of, activate it and step into it and feel in control with the King of Wands. What is it that I want to do? What action is happening here? So rather than feeling like you're at the mercy of like, say, Saturn or the Tower or the changes, it's like, no, I'm going to embrace this and kind of empower myself with it. So yeah, with the King of Wands, it's possible to kind of rise above that, any kind of fear block that comes in around this new cycle, this new energy that's coming through. So yeah, wow, lots happening for you here, Pisces. So let's see. It's interesting because Saturn's not moving into your sign until March, but it's coming in super strong now. So I think that a lot of you, because you're very intuitive, are going to be feeling the effects of Saturn at this moment in time. And like I said, Saturn's at the anaretic degree, the final degree of Aquarius, yes. So that's kind of like ending, completions. It's very much like, yeah, it can feel quite intense. So yeah, it's just about working with that energy. So I think you're still going to, because you're probably going to be sensitive to Saturn because it's so close to your sign. Some of you that are born in the first week of Pisces season, which is going to be in these 2 weeks that we're talking about, the second half of February, because Saturn's going to be pretty much conjunct your sun as well, like because you're in the very So you're going to start feeling this energy, absolutely. It says, I now create a wonderful new job. I'm totally open and receptive to a wonderful new position, using my creative talents and abilities, working for and with people I love in a wonderful location and earning good money. And that's what the King of Wands is. It's kind of like saying, I'm playing to my strengths. I'm playing, if you're like, it's the creative energy, the King of Wands, or creative leadership. You're stepping into your leadership here and going, this is what I'm good at. It doesn't have to necessarily be creativity, but it is. And it's like potential to see it as this new thing that's building and creating here is like something new around, like see it as like a job. It's Saturn's giving you a job here of some sort, whether it is actually the Eight of Pentacles related to your work or whether it really is just something else. It feels like, okay, now I've got a job, a different responsibility coming into my life. And it doesn't have to be related to career. Maybe your job is to kind of look after somebody around the home or do something differently around the home. So, it could be aspected in any sort of part of your life. So and that's what Saturn does. It gives you jobs to do. So you've got a new job that's coming in, and they're saying, well, manifest it as something wonderful. And yeah, we've got the angels, beautiful, the little baby angel. So again, it's like you're being initiated into something. That they're showing me a christening. So it's like a baby that is some sort of like, it's like a christening. An initiation, a christening. It's all very new. The angels are around at the moment, supporting you and helping you, like giving you blessings. To see this as a blessing that's coming in, even though it's like there's a part of you that says it feels like a job. You've given me a job, but they're saying, but this is a blessing, this job. So it's like, okay. So yeah, feel free to reach out to your angels and listen to them. And kind of, if you are questioning and a lot of this and having a lot of fear, it might be going up to those higher realms, talking to the angels and kind of going, what's all this about? Like, what am I being christened into here, initiated into? So yeah, it's interesting energy, but that's the energy for the end of February. So that's your reading, Pisces. But they just bring me back to the World card, like really revel in this energy of the world, fulfillment and celebration. This is something is really, you've already put a lot of time and effort and energy into something, and to really reap the harvest and the blessings of the ending of this cycle. So celebration, absolutely. Birthday season, it's Pisces season. Let's celebrate that, and let's step into something that if this is going to be a new job that Saturn's given you, let's make it something that is really deeply fulfilling. So that's it, Pisces. Just a reminder about my new Patreon. If you're interested in checking that out, the link is in the description box below. Love you to come over and check that out. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments. That helps with the algorithm, helps the channel grow. And please take care.